Hi, I'm Dr. Rodney White with Chiropractor. Today I want to share 3 stretches that you really need to do if you're suffering from sciatic pain. Sciatic pain is essentially any nerve pain you're getting down the back of the leg. It could go to the buttock, into the back of the thigh, it can go all the way down to the foot, and it will usually be accompanied with low back pain, but not always. Also, if you're getting sciatic pain and it's lasted more than a couple of days and ice as well as stretching isn't getting rid of it, you need to go and find a good chiropractor and get assessed, because there's almost certainly a nerve getting pinched either in your low back or in your hip area that needs to be worked on, and it could also be something more sinister like a disc that's swollen. So the first exercise we're going to show for you is what we call a nerve floss. So what you want to do is find a bar stool or a high table where you have room to swing your leg underneath you. So you're going to see here, she's going to move like a teeter-totter. So she's going to bend forward and tuck the bad leg in underneath her, and then she's going to straighten all the way up and straighten that leg like that. And then she's going to teeter forward again, and you'll see how she's really slouching at the low back here. Then she's going to go again. We never want to accidentally go the other way where that leg stays straight and we bend forward, because you're going to get a huge zing down the back of the leg. The point of this stretch is to floss that nerve back and forward and help break it free of any scar tissue. If you overstress it by bending forward and straightening the leg, you're going to get a lot of pain and be in a lot of trouble. The next exercise is what we call the cobra stretch. You can lie down on the ground, with that nerve floss stretch, do that probably 10 times, and you can do all of these multiple times a day. This cobra stretch, you're going to lie on the ground and you're going to see her arch up off her hands. You'll see how she's arching from the low back, and because she's not in a lot of pain and she's quite flexible, she might be lifting even a little too high. We want the front of the hips to stay on the ground and really arch for the low back. Hold that for about 5 to 10 seconds, then let back down and rest for about 10 seconds. This should actually relieve some of the pain that's shooting down the leg. If it makes the leg pain worse, stop it, roll over onto your back, tuck your knees to your chest for 10 seconds, then try it again. If it's still making the leg pain worse, stop until the next day to try again, and definitely go and get seen by a chiropractor if that happens. Then the next stretch we want to do is a hamstring stretch. Now, it doesn't matter whether you have sciatic pain going down the leg or you're just tight in the hamstrings. This is the one and only way you should ever stretch your hamstrings, because if you do it sitting or standing, you're putting far too much load on your back, and you are making it very, very likely that you will bulge or even herniate a disc, and you'll be in a lot of trouble. So please don't do it this way. This is the way we want to do it. So we lift the bad leg up, reach with the opposite hand across to grab the outside of the knee, and you'll see right here her knee is a little bent. That's actually okay. It's more important that you get the knee and the thigh at least to perpendicular to the ground, and if you can't straighten the leg all the way out, that's okay. It can fall back a little bit, and if you have sciatic problems, you probably will end up to about here, but you will definitely feel the stretch running down the back of that thigh. And again, hold this for about 15-20 seconds if you can, a little longer if possible. And with all stretching like this, we want to get to slight discomfort. If it's burning, it's too much, and you need to back off a little bit. So if you do all 3 of those stretches multiple times a day and you ice your low back, you should be able to get yourself some pain relief with the sciatica. But if the pain continues to shoot into the leg, please go and get assessed by a chiropractor. That's all we have for today. We'll see you next time.